Jay-Z is one of the longest-standing successful rappers hip-hop's 50-year legacy has ever seen. With 24 Grammys and hits like 99 Problems, Song Cry, and the classic album Reasonable Doubt, it is undeniable that Jay-Z has made a timeless impact on music. But with all the years of near-godly worship from across the spectrum of the hip-hop community, could it be true that throughout all these years, we actually got it wrong? At this point, you may have been made aware of his potential now alleged criminal connection to Sean P. Diddy Combs. With their multiple collaborations, clear public support for one another, and most importantly in this case, lavish shared partying lifestyle. But could there be more to Jay-Z's story, and has he actually been an issue since his early days co-founding Rockefeller Records, a record label and company that came to be one of the most influential in hip-hop history? Well, we do know a few things. If we take it to the very beginning, we know that Rockefeller Records was co-founded by Jay-Z, Kareem, Burke, and Damon Dash. The trio would eventually sell the label, and Jay would go on to integrate with the likes of Def Jam and corporate executives at the highest levels. But let's zoom in on this scenario a bit, because the transition from the dissolution of Rockefeller Records into Jay-Z's appointment as president of Def Jam Records is where things get very integral. And I have a recent video released by the Comedy Hype that will give you more context into everything. Let's take a listen to one of Rockefeller Records' previous inner circle people, former videographer for the label, Choke No Joke, talking about the character of Jay-Z that came to the light in the 90s and early 2000s.
And this ain't no hate Jay train. It's just like, for me, one, he's a sucker just for personally not thinking about everybody that contributed to his career. You got a lot of inspiration from State Property. You got a lot of inspiration from Beans, right? You got all these dudes, now they all back home because you wanted to go solo. You didn't have to, you could have went solo and let Dame still live and let Dame still make these guys prosper because he set them up. They was all set up to go. Right out, if Dame was able to go for another 3 years and then step away, Bean would have got his own distribution deal. Cam, we seen got his own distribution deal, right? And then all the other artists, Bleak had just started getting low. Everybody was growing. This nigga pulled the rug from under everybody. And he became the man, and everybody else is back home.
And you don't feel like it had to play out that way?
No, it didn't have to play out that way.
He still could have been the man, you think? Like the way he is now? Or was it like,
yeah.
What's it called when
he did not have to stop Dame from prospering to be who he is today.
Wow, crazy stuff. Y'all have to tell me what you think in the comments so far. And this was, again, a very close member of Rockefeller Records, an important person to Damon Dash. Okay, so albeit a pretty big betrayal, but that was years ago. We can maybe even brush it off to just saying it's all in the name of business. But we also all remember what he did to Colin Kaepernick.
So I got a question for you. Colin Kaepernick, he's a legend. He's gonna go down with the Muhammad Ali's or whatever, but he lost his job. If you were his sports agent, and before this all happened, he came to you and said, I want to do this, would you have said, do it, don't do it? What would you have counseled the brother?
Oh, 100% do it. Millions and millions of people, or we get stuck on Colin not having a job.
Did you kneel to what you're saying?
What?
Did you kneel to what you're saying?
Okay, I think we passed kneeling.
Jay-Z, known for championing black culture and speaking of the struggles and wanting progression for black people, is completely making light of and worst of all abandoning someone who represented those very things he claimed to, and at that, someone he used to support. Black struggle and plight and support of it is all about perseverance, not seeing a money opportunity and then abandoning your values for the sake of dollars as shown by Kaepernick himself. But this is far from the first time or the last time Jay-Z has abandoned his tribe or people he supports or who once supported him.
You going home for solace, you want family.
You're going home for peace of mind.
You going home for peace of mind.
They don't give you that
your
because
cousin
you're not
the cousins in your grandma's living room saying, yo man, I got this play. I wanna, if you just give me, you know what I mean? 4,800, I could make you 2 million. You like, it don't work like that, man. But you gotta explain to him like, life isn't like that. Money isn't free and no one's giving opportunities. If it sounds too good to be true, it's really, and then he like, oh, you don't believe in my dream.
And to add to that, Damon Dash also recently shed even more light for us on his network, American New Network, proving that Jay-Z may not be the stand-up unifying character that we have come to think of him as.
Biggs took me to court, and I'm in an active, situation based on us having to go to court. So I have no choice but to talk about these things. And when someone messes up 50 grand of your money, you probably talk about it. Can you imagine a man messing up 40 million when he messes up my Rockaware deal? Because he wants to make an announcement that he's no longer a part of Rockaware, but the minute, because he devalued the company, that I sell my interest to invest in Rachel Roy, he comes back to the company. Like, that was $40 million that I was gonna get paid. Like, I don't see why. Like, if I could get in front of Jay right now, there'd be some questions I would ask. Right? And again, for all of those people that are like, yo, why are you talking about him? Why the fuck? I talk about a lot of things, but this in particular, this dude's been fucking with my money intentionally. And he has a whole crew of people that go to funny parties that are fucking with me too.
I don't know you guys, but to me this is crazy. Could you see how Jay-Z's persona may be a complete fraud? Or do you think he is making all of his moves honorably in the name of his family and his people? Let me know in the comments. Let's start this conversation before it gets even crazier. Lastly, I want to make mention again of P. Diddy. We cannot ignore or deny that he was clearly once a close companion of Sean P. Diddy Combs, and today Jay-Z's pattern is coming forth again here. He is doing what he knows best, abandoning ship, which honestly rightfully so, because this man is seemingly a monster. But in any case, it is still a disloyal act that seemingly has been his character since the beginning. Alright guys, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so that we can be the first in line to watch more things play out together in 2025. Peace.